Alright, going between gallop and reverse gallop over and over again here. 60 beats per minute. Lots of dyads. 1, 2, 3, and 40, and 100, 1, 2, 3, 4. 140. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 180 with some repeats. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2. 60. 1, 2, 3, and a 40, and 100. 1, 2, 3, 4. 140. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Wrong note. 1, 2, 3, 4. 180 might be pushing it a bit too much, but let's try it anyway. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Woo! Nope. I'm gonna, yeah, maybe one time through, but I'd like to try it with some repeats. Let's try 160. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Missed the string. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 'Alright, number 3. Doing some palm muting on the D string this time. It does sound a little different, I think, especially at the slower speeds. But it is possible. Here we go. 60. 1, 2, 3, and a 40, and wrong note. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's tough to keep it nice and clean and quiet. Palm muting that D string. 100. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2. 1, 2 and a 4 in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's just go with 160. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whew. This muscle right here is starting to cramp up. Felt like a good place to call it. Okay, so reminder on the chord stuff. Let's zoom out here. So, I am viewing this using the old 3-note per string scale shapes. So, we're just staying on those bottom 3 strings. That's what I'm using to visualize the first line, so that Aeolian mode. And just kind of putting some chords in there that sound good. Now, if you want to make things easier on yourself and just skip all the chord naming, you can. Or, do what I showed you. If you can't figure out what a chord is, just line all the notes up on one spot and then use Guitar Pro to fill it in. Because some of the stuff we haven't gone over, so I don't want you to spend too much time trying to figure out a chord that we haven't worked on yet. That might be a little bit too much. So, anyway, the main thing here is visualizing the different intervals and changing those to what they need to be. So, with that Aeolian mode, remember the A note is always number 1 for all of this. Everything is going to be A whatever. So, this being Aeolian, we got your 1, 2, flat 3, 4, 5, flat 6, flat 7, octave of the root notes, octave of the 2, and sometimes is referred to as the 9. So 2 and 9, they are the same note. The second and ninth interval, same note. So in going through this, let's pick, let's say, the next closest mode, just for an example. Let's use, actually, I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to do something that we're not using yet to give away less. I'm going to put this in A harmonic minor. What's the difference? So your natural minor, again, is your 1, 2, flat 3, 4, 5, flat 6, flat 7. For harmonic minor, we take the flat 7, raise that up, turn it into a natural 7 or major 7. So every time the G note is present, I'm going to turn it into a G sharp. In other words, every time this flat 7 is present and what's there, I'm going to raise it up to a natural 7, and that would give us this. So, just thinking of it like that is what you want to do. Let's do one more. Let's use harmonic minor again, but this time I'll use Phrygian dominant. So Phrygian dominant, basically if we're taking this Aeolian mode here, I'm going to be flattening the second and raising the third. 4 is the same, 5 is the same, flat 6 is the same, and so is the flat 7. Right. So 1, flat 2, major third, 4, 5, flat 6, flat 7. So with that in mind, I'm going to go a bit slower here. That would involve taking this, lowering the 9 down to a flat 9 or a 2 down to a flat 2. And then here we would want that major third. The rest stay the same. So and then that's a fun stretch. Yeesh. And then we gotta flat that too. That's it. Nope. There we go. Painful stretches. So, I'm just trying to visualize again those little scale shapes there, and just shift the notes up and down as you need to. No need to commit it to memory like that as you're going. Just kind of manipulate stuff in Guitar Pro to help yourself out, and then you can look at it on screen while you're going through it and making sure everything looks and sounds proper. And just like before, go ahead and change the key as you go. Label it all. Well, label the modes, that is. And any chords that you can, that's fine. Any chords that you can't, no big deal. I think that covers it. All right, any questions? Let me know. I will see you again next week.